What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper, and we are out here hunting bear in north central Pennsylvania. It's the third day of the rifle bear season, so hopefully we'll get lucky today. Temperatures are in the upper 30s right now. There's no snow, but there's still some ice here. This puddle's frozen. It's a really good spot here. There's a good mixture of oaks and pine and laurel. It's a perfect spot for bears, so we're gonna head in now and hike in on this little trail for a little while and then set up, and hopefully we'll see something. So stay tuned. Look at how frosty the ground is. Very frosty. Got ice here. It was in the low 20s this morning. Still kind of on the warm side for this time of year. Usually there's snow on the ground by now. But it's a beautiful area here. Great spot for bear. These are all blueberry bushes here. All these bushes, it's all blueberries. So we made it to this open area, guys, and looks like the state has this area fenced off. They're trying to plant some maybe apple trees here. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, but check this out. The deer and the elk are walking along the side of the fence, and there's a huge pile of elk poop right here. Look at that. It's frozen solid. There's some big elk poop. Let me just show you my foot for comparison. Big pile of elk poop. Definitely a big elk. So it's pretty cool to see. So we're gonna go down in there. Try to find some open woods because it's very thick here. There's a lot of laurel. Looks like a well-used deer and elk trail here. You see, they just walk along the side of this fence. Look at all this laurel here. Bears love this kind of stuff. Got some oaks here mixed in. It's a perfect spot. Beautiful day. Show you guys the terrain. Look how thick it is here. Really thick stuff. It's all laurel. It's typical Pennsylvania woods. Very thick. It's just a sea of laurel everywhere. All right, guys, we set our compass. We're gonna walk through this thick laurel here. We're gonna follow an elk trail. There's a little elk trail here. I'm gonna follow the elk trail and try to get into that little open area where there's some boulders. And we're just gonna set up over there and watch that open area, see what happens. Just following this elk trail through this rhododendron and laurel and blueberry patch here. It's a pretty well used trail. Look at this. Makes it easy to walk. A lot of people think like Pennsylvania They think it's, you know, big open forests with old hardwood trees wide open. And there's some areas like that for sure, but a lot of Pennsylvania looks like this. Very thick mountain laurel everywhere. Makes it really tough to walk through. Look how thick that is. It's just like a wall of bushes everywhere. There's no way you can get through that. So we made it to that boulder area and we intersected a trail here. So we're actually just gonna go down this trail and try to find an open area where there's not as much laurel. And look what we found here. We got some more elk poop here. Check that out. It's pretty fresh. Too bad I can't shoot one, but there's a lot of them here. Look at that. So we're gonna walk down here and see what happens. Try to find a little opening in this laurel. A lot of oak trees everywhere, so it's a good spot. Check this out, guys. We got a rub here. I don't know if that's from a buck or an elk. It could be an elk. It's a pretty big pine tree here, a hemlock. It's hard to say if it's an elk or a big buck, but so I think I found a good area for us to set up. We got these open hardwoods here right next to the thick laurels here. So you got the cover over there, and then you got the food over here from all the acorns and nut-bearing trees. Good visibility for taking shots. And we actually got a elk rub right down there. You can see on that little pine tree there. It's pretty rubbed up. It's from an elk. Just destroyed that little white pine. It's so crazy to see that there's elk in these thick woods. Usually they like the open areas, but they're traveling through timber over here, which is pretty interesting. And I've actually seen a lot of the elk here in PA eating like stuff that whitetails eat, you know, like more woody vegetation. They've kind of adapted to the forested terrain, and rather than just only going after grasses, they'll eat like woody vegetation, sort of like deer or moose. They kind of adapted. Let's just check out this rub here. It's pretty substantial. Check this out. Looks like that was this year. The sap is still fresh. You can see the sap there's fresh on this tree. There's a lot of these berries here on the ground. It's an excellent spot right here. Probably gonna set up somewhere over here. All right, guys, so this is the area we're gonna be watching. It's a great area. Got some white pines and stuff over there. Big open area here with berries and lots of acorns. And then we got all kinds of cover here. Mountain laurel up here. So, perfect spot. Gonna be using my 416 Ruger. 350 grain TTSX hand loads. Sit behind this tree here. See what happens. Basically just gonna sit here the whole day. Got my shooting sticks here. Saw another elk rub on one of these little pines. Tons of elk here. It's insane. It's more elk than deer. Look how thick this laurel is, guys. So thick. It's impossible to walk through, basically. It's a great area to set up camp if you're bugging out and you're trying to conceal your location. Somebody's tracking you or something, you can go into these laurels. Be impossible to find even here. So dense. That's why the bears and deer love these types of areas, because they can hide in the laurel. It's about 2 hours until sunset. We got clouds coming in now. I'm just kind of exploring around my area here that I'm sitting in. Just want to kind of check something out here. We got a game trail here, some kind of game trail. Maybe from elk or deer. Just want to check the area here, see if there's any sign of bear. So I'm just gonna walk around a little and then go back to my spot in a little bit. The bears should start getting active again soon, right before the sun goes down. So I want to be ready. Pretty active game trail here. I came upon another trail here. Just kind of scoping out the area. We got some water over here. Good water source. There's like a little brook over here. I'll run. Just gonna hike around a little and see what I find. Any sign. Nice open area here. So far, no sign of bear here, but looks like we got a little buck rub here. Look at this. It's from a buck. Definitely a lot of game in the area for sure. dad is somewhere up there, and I was sitting down there somewhere. So, just checking around for sign. Look at this big oak tree here. Massive oak tree. That's a great spot. Nothing but Mount Laurel here. Really thick stuff. Came upon this young forest here. I don't see any sign of bear though. I'm looking for claw marks on the trees. I don't see any. Got another small pine tree that was rubbed by that elk. Check this out. It's crazy. Wow. That's insane. Looks like he scraped the ground too. Unless that was a big buck. And the sun is going down. No bears yet. There were 2 fighter jets that flew over in the afternoon. It's crazy. They flew really low. Probably the Maryland National Guard F-16s. They fly over north central Pennsylvania and they practice low flying, like right over the treetops. I actually took a nap and they woke me up. It was crazy. It was so loud. So, because Maryland doesn't have enough open space to fly their F-16s and do those types of maneuvers where they fly low. They need a lot of empty wilderness areas to do that, so they do it over PA, north central PA. It's kind of annoying, actually. But it's a great area here. I'm sure the bears come through, but at the moment I don't see any sign of them. So I don't know if I'll be returning here again. Probably not. I'll probably go to another spot tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day, so hopefully I'll see something tomorrow. Otherwise I gotta wait a whole nother year. Well, it's time to start making my way back. Maybe we'll see something on the way out. Just want to show you guys the pack I'm using today. Using the a Burley stock, a gun runner. It's an awesome pack. It's a day pack, and you can fit a bolt action rifle in there. It's got a scabbard. So, and I added these extra pockets here on either side. So you can buy those add-on pockets. It's got a pocket on the top here. It's got some Molly webbing, Pals webbing. Here's the opening for the scabbard. And it's just got awesome padding here. Really nice padding. And it's got an adjustable sternum length. You want to have a pack that you can adjust the sternum length so it fits you well and distributes the weight properly. But that's the a Burley stock camo pattern. I think it's like their mountain camo. Seems to work pretty good here in Pennsylvania. So I'm going to start making my way back slowly.
Big elk.
Yeah, definitely very big. Look at this elk rub, guys. It's like 7 feet off the ground. It's crazy.
He destroyed that bull.
Yeah, he completely destroyed it. This is a little elk rubbing bush, guys. The elk completely rubbed this bush until he destroyed it. So if you see one of these, you know you're in elk country. Look at that. Just totally destroyed it.